Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're gonna talk about something a little different. I wanted to share with you guys something really personal and something that has had a huge impact on my life recently. I'm gonna tell you why I deleted social media. If you follow me, you may already know that I stopped posting on social media over a month ago. It's honestly been one of the best decisions I've made in a long time. And I wanted to share with you some of the ways that deleting social media has changed my life for the better. So why did I delete social media? Well, the truth is I was tired of feeling like it was controlling my life. I was spending hours every day scrolling through my feeds, comparing my life to others and feeling like I didn't measure up. Social media was affecting my mental health. It was making me feel anxious and depressed. And I was starting to realize that I was spending too much time online and not enough time living in the real world. I was spending more time interacting with my online friends than with my real-life friends and family. I was comparing my relationships to others, feeling like I didn't have the perfect partner or friends. I felt like I was stuck in a cycle of negativity, and I didn't know how to escape. It was getting to the point where I was so unhappy with myself and with my life that I was considering quitting social media. I knew that if I didn't do something drastic, I might end up in a really bad place mentally and emotionally. So I took the plunge and I decided to quit social media for 30 days. I didn't know what to expect, but I was hoping that it would give me a chance to focus on myself and my own life. The first few days were tough. I felt like I was going through withdrawal. I kept checking my phone for new notifications, but there were none. I felt like I was missing out on everything, and I was worried that I would lose touch with my online friends. But as the days went by, I started to feel a sense of freedom and clarity that I hadn't experienced in a long time. When I first quit social media, I was nervous. What if something important happened and I wasn't a part of it? What if I lost touch with my online friends? But as it turns out, nothing important happened. And I actually ended up feeling closer to my real-life friends as a result of taking a break from social media. One of the most surprising benefits I experienced was a decrease in anxiety and depression. Comparing myself to others on social media was taking a toll on my mental health. But when I stopped seeing what everyone else was doing, I was able to focus on my own life and appreciate what I had. I started to feel more present and mindful in the moment, and I was able to enjoy my life more than I had in a long time. Another benefit I experienced was an increase in productivity. When I was constantly checking my social media feeds, I was easily distracted, and I wasn't able to focus on my goals. But when I took a break from social media, I was able to use the time to work on the things that were important to me. This was really helpful in terms of achieving my goals and making progress on the things that I wanted to accomplish. One of the biggest benefits I experienced was an increase in self-awareness. When you take a break from social media, you're forced to look inward and get to know yourself better. You have the time and space to reflect on your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors without the distraction of what everyone else is doing. This was really helpful for me in terms of personal growth and self-development. I was able to identify some negative thought patterns and behaviors that I needed to change, and I was able to work on those things in a healthy way. I also experienced an increase in creativity. When you're constantly bombarded with the same old content on social media, it can be hard to come up with fresh and creative ideas. But when I took a break from social media, I was able to think outside the box and come up with new ideas that I hadn't thought of before. This was really helpful for me in my work as a content creator, but it was also helpful in other areas of my life as well. I also experienced an increase in real-life connections. When you take a break from social media, you're forced to connect with people in the real world. You might go out for coffee with a friend, call your family, or simply strike up a conversation with a stranger. These real-life connections are so much more meaningful than the ones you can make on social media, and they can lead to lasting friendships and relationships. As I continued on my journey, I started to notice the positive changes in my life. I felt more present and mindful. I was able to focus on my goals without distractions, and I was building stronger relationships with the people around me. I realized that I didn't need social media to be happy or fulfilled. I was able to focus on the present moment and enjoy my life more than I had in a long time. I was able to set and achieve goals that were important to me. I was able to build stronger relationships with the people in my life, and I was able to grow as a person. But the benefits of quitting social media didn't stop there. It also had a positive impact on my physical health. When I was constantly checking my social media feeds, I was sitting down for hours every day. But when I took a break from social media, I was more likely to get up and move around. This resulted in an increase in my overall activity level, which improved my physical health. I also experienced an improvement in my sleep quality. When you're constantly scrolling through social media before bed, it can be hard to fall asleep. The blue light emitted from screens can interfere with your body's natural sleep cycle. But when I took a break from social media, I was able to read a book or journal before bed, which helped me relax and get a good night's sleep. This resulted in an overall improvement in my energy levels and focus during the day. I was also able to save more time. When you're constantly checking your social media feeds, it can be easy to waste a lot of time. But when I took a break from social media, I was able to use that time to focus on the things that were important to me. This resulted in an overall improvement in my productivity and efficiency. I also experienced an increase in gratitude. When you take a break from social media, you're forced to focus on the things you're grateful for in your life. You start to appreciate the little things that make life so special, and you realize that you don't need material possessions or social media validation to be happy. So how do I plan to maintain these changes in my life? Well, I plan to continue taking breaks from social media whenever I feel like I'm losing myself in the digital world. I also plan to use social media more intentionally, meaning I will only use it to connect with people who make me feel good about myself and to promote my work as a content creator. I also plan to be more mindful of the content I consume on social media and to unfollow anyone who makes me feel bad about myself or my life. If you're considering taking a break from social media, I highly recommend it. It can be a really eye-opening experience, and it can help you focus on what really matters in life. But please note, if you're struggling with social anxiety or other mental health issues, it's important to seek professional help. Taking a break from social media should not be a substitute for therapy or medication. In conclusion, deleting social media has had a huge impact on my life. I've experienced so many benefits, from increased productivity and focus to improved mental and physical health. It's been such a liberating feeling to know that I don't need social media to be happy or successful. And I hope that my story will inspire others to take a break from social media and focus on what really matters in life. So what are your thoughts on this topic? Have you ever taken a break from social media? If so, how did it affect you? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for more awesome content. Thanks for watching.